Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 15 of the P block elements, and in the last session we have discussed up to the phosphorus halides, that is PCl3 and PCl5. Now we will discuss the last part of the group 15, that is oxoacids of the phosphorus. This is a very important concept in case of group 15. Oxoacids of phosphorus. So this phosphorus, it will form a number of oxoacids. We will see that one. The first one is H3PO2, next H3PO3, H3PO4, and in the H4 series I will write H4P2O5, H4P2O6, H4P2O7. The last one is HPO3. This is special one, it is meta, I will call it as. These two I will write in a star mark. These are us acids. The first one is hypophosphorus acid. Second one is phosphorus acid. And this is phosphoric acid, H4P2O5, pyrophosphorus acid. Next one is this is hypophosphoric acid, and this is again it is a pyrophosphoric acid. Okay, this is a pyrophosphorus acid and this is ic acid. H4P2O5 us acid, H4P2O7 ic acid it is. The last one is metaphosphoric acid. Okay, these are the important oxoacids of the phosphorus. Now we will see some important points about these oxoacids of the phosphorus. If you know these points, you can easily answer each and every question that are coming in the oxoacids of phosphorus. You will see that one. Some important points. Important points about oxoacids of phosphorus. The very first thing you keep in mind, first point I will write, all oxoacids of phosphorus contains at least one P double bond O and one POH bond. All the oxoacids of phosphorus, they will contain at least one P double bond O and one POH bond here. Next point, the acids which contains pH bonds, have reducing property. Keep in mind, in the oxoacids of phosphorus, they will contain at least one P double bond O and a POH bond. Suppose if it contains hydrogen directly connected to the phosphorus, if oxoacid contains pH bonds, then it is having what? Reducing property. One thing you keep in mind, these pH bonds are not ionizable to give H plus ions. Hence, hydrogen directly connected to phosphorus is not acidic in nature. So the point is, these pH bonds, they are not ionizable to give H plus ion, so that the hydrogen which are directly connected to the phosphorus, they will not come out as H plus ions. So these hydrogens which are directly connected to the phosphorus, they are not acidic in the nature. Always you keep in mind, the hydrogens which are directly connected to the phosphorus, just they will impart a reducing character to the oxoacids. They are not acidic in the nature. Okay, the next point, the hydrogens which are connected to oxygen are ionizable to give H plus ions. Hence they are acidic. This is very, very important point. The hydrogens which are connected to the oxygen, hydrogens which are connected to the phosphorus through the oxygen, only these OH bonds are ionizable to give H plus ion. Always you keep in mind, in case of oxoacids, the hydrogens which are connected to the oxygen, they are ionizable, they will come out as H plus ion, so that they are acidic in nature. The hydrogens which are directly connected to the phosphorus, they are not acidic in the nature. So the basicity of the acid depends on what? The number of POH bond. So the hydrogens which are connected to the phosphorus in the form of POH, they are only acidic in the nature, they are coming out as H plus ion. So the basicity of these oxoacid depends on what? That depends on the number of POH bonds here. That's why I will write 2 points. Number of pH bonds. Number of pH bonds directly proportional to reducing property. Directly proportional to what? Reducing property. If oxoacid contains pH bonds, it is having what? Reducing property. The number of POH bonds is directly proportional to what? Acidic strength. So as the number of POH bonds increases, acidic nature increases. That's why basicity of the acid also increases. This is very, very important point you have to remember here. Okay. Next point is, in all oxoacids, phosphorus forms 4 sigma bonds. Hence it is sp3 hybrid. Okay, in all the oxoacids, phosphorus atom is what? The central atom, that is always sp3 hybridized, because it forms what? 4 sigma bonds here. Another very important point, already I have written pyrophosphorus acid and pyrophosphoric acid. In case of pyroacids, pyro means you have to use what? POP linkage here. Pyroacids contain what? POP linkage. Okay, POP linkage. These are the some important points about the oxoacids. If you know these basic things, you can readily tell the properties of these oxoacids. Okay. Now we will discuss all these oxoacids one by one. What is their reducing property? What is their acidic nature? Okay, structure, hybridization, each and everything we will discuss now. First one, I will write hypophosphorus acid H3PO2. Second one I will write phosphorus acid H3PO3. Third one I will write phosphoric acid H3PO4. First we will discuss these three. To write the structure of these oxo acids, we have to go for the central atom. Which is the central atom here? Phosphorus. So this is having 5 valence electron. I will write the 5 valence electrons of these phosphorus. Already we know that all the oxo acids contains what? At least one p double bond O and one OH bond. So by utilizing 2 electrons, we will write one oxygen double bond, and by utilizing 1 electron, we will write what? One OH bond. So that remaining 2 hydrogens are there. 2 oxygens are already utilized here. Remaining 2 hydrogens, they are bonded to the phosphorus by using 2 electrons here. So this will be sigma, and this is 5 bond. Again this is sigma, sigma and sigma. It is having what? Again 4 sigma bond. So the hybridization of the phosphorus is what? sp3 here. So this must be having tetrahedral shape like this. All right, this is a phosphorus, p double bond O, and this is OH, and this is H, and this will be H here. Okay, it is having tetrahedral shape, and this phosphorus is sp3 hybrid here. And another point here, you can see here, this oxo acid, it has one POH bond. So the hydrogens which are connected to the oxygen, only they are acidic in nature, they are coming out as H plus ion, and these hydrogens which are directly connected to the phosphorus, they will not come out as H plus ion. So the basicity of the acid is what here? 1. Basicity of the acid is 1. It is monobasic acid it is. So, and another point is, it is having 2 pH bonds. As it is having 2 pH bond, it is a very good reducing agent, because all the oxo acids which are having pH bonds, they are reducing in nature. So as it contains 2 pH bonds, it is reducing in nature. Very good reducing agent it is. They will ask one question in the NCERT. How do you account for the reducing property of this hypophosphorus acid, that is nothing but H3PO2? As it contains 2 pH bonds, it is having reducing property. Next point, H3PO3 will go, and another point we will write here. Already we know this p double bond O is it a p5 multiple bond or p5d5 multiple bond? It is p5d5, or else you can call it as d5p5 also. So this acid contains what here? One d5p5 multiple bond. In each oxo acids, you have to concentrate on the number of POH bonds, number of pH bonds, number of d5p5 bonds, what is the basicity, what is the hybridization of the phosphorus atom. Okay, questions will be mainly framed on these things only. Okay, next one, this H3PO3 I will write number of valence electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already we know that each oxo acid contain at least one p double bond O and at least one OH bond. Okay, still another oxygen we can write with the OH. Another oxygen is there, so that I will write it in the form of OH only, and 3 oxygens are utilized, and 2 hydrogens are utilized here. Only 1 hydrogen is there, that will be written as directly connected to the phosphorus. Now you will see here, again this will be one sigma bond, one 5 bond, sigma, sigma, sigma. It is having 4 sigma bond. Okay, 4 sigma bond is what? Again it is sp3 hybrid. We can write the tetrahedral structure of this oxo acid. This is a p double bond O, and this is a POH, and this is another POH, and only one pH bond is there. So now you see it is having 2 POH bonds, so that 2 hydrogens are coming out as H plus ion, because the hydrogens which are connected to the oxygen, they are only acidic in nature. So what is the basicity of this acid here? Basicity will be equal to 2 here, and even it is having one pH bond, so that it is also having what? Reducing property. But you compare H3PO3 and H3PO2, this is the strongest reducing agent, because it has 2 pH bonds and it is having only 1 pH bond. Next thing you can write here also, it is having what here? One d5p5 multiple bond. Okay, d5p5 multiple bonds are there. It is also, that is a tetrahedral in nature it is. Okay, hybridization is what? Again sp3 here. So this is what it is? Dibasic acid. Okay, it is also having reducing property. Next one we will write this one. Again phosphorus is the central atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. The simple logic behind writing these bonds is, all the oxo acid contain what? One p double bond O, utilize 2 electrons, write one double bond, and another electron you use, right, one OH bond, and next remaining electrons just you balance them by using what, OH or H bonds here. So double bond oxygen, and this is also OH. Still 2 oxygens are there and 2 hydrogens are remaining. I can write them as OH and OH here. Okay, again it is also having one sigma, phi, sigma, sigma and sigma. Again it is a 4 sigma, yes, P3 hybridization. We can write the tetrahedral structure here, P double bond O, and this is also OH, and this also OH, and this also OH. Okay, so that what you can see here, this is also acidic hydrogen, this also acidic hydrogen, and this also acidic hydrogen. So what is the basicity of this acid here? Basicity of this acid is what? 3 here. It is a tribasic acid. In this acid, especially in case of oxoacids of phosphorus, you will get confusion in the basicity of the acid. Even most of the time for equivalent mass calculation also, you will get confusion because all are having 3 hydrogen, but their basicity is different here. 3 hydrogen basicity is 1, 3 hydrogen basicity is 2, 3 hydrogen basicity is what? 3 here. Okay. Next point, it is also having one D5 P5 bond. Okay. Now you can see here, in this direction reducing property increases. It is not having any pH bonds here, so it is not having any reducing property. Another point, now we can write oxidation state of this phosphorus. In this one, the oxidation state of the phosphorus is, with the oxygen it loses 2 electron. So with this one it loses 1 electron. Total is plus 3. So it gains 2 electron from again to hydrogen because it is more electronegative. So oxidation state is what here? Oxidation state is plus 1. Here also what here? This is plus 4 and this is it become as plus 3. Oxidation state of the phosphorus is plus 3 here, and again it is plus 5. Oxidation state is what? Plus 5. Okay, you have to concentrate on the oxidation state also. So in this direction reducing property increases, and in this direction what happens? Acidic property increases, because number of replaceable hydrogen 1, 2 and it is 3 here. Okay, you will write one point regarding these 3 acids. I will write H3PO2, H3PO3, H3PO4. So in this direction what happens? Acidic nature increases. So in the reverse direction, in this direction what happens? Reducing property increases. Okay. Next, in the NCERT they have asked one question. How do you account for reducing property of H3PO2? The answer is, as it has 2 pH bonds, it has reducing property, because the reducing property depends on what? The number of pH bonds here. So this will be your answer. This question is asked in the NCERT. And another question they may ask here, what is the basicity of H3PO2? What is the basicity of H3PO2 here? Simply if you write like this, what you will write? Blindly you can write basicity is 3, since the 3 hydrogens are there, but its basicity is what here? Its basicity is 1 only. In this case it is 3, 2 and 1 it is. Okay, you have to remember like this. Next one, that is H4P2O5. This is a pyrophosphorus acid. So pyro means it contains what here? POP linkage. Compulsory it contains what? POP linkage here. Now 2 phosphorus atoms are there. So I have to write the valence electrons of 2 phosphorus atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in first case what happens? In this one, 2 phosphorus atoms are connected by what? 1 oxygen. So between these two I will add 1 oxygen. Next, each phosphorus atom must contain what here? Oxygen double bond, and this must also contains oxygen double bond. It is also having one OH bond, and this also having what? One OH bond. So all the 5 oxygens are utilized here, and remaining 2 hydrogens are there. You directly connect them to the phosphorus. So this will be the structure of H4P2O5. I'll write here. This is phosphorus. 2 phosphorus atoms are connected by the oxygen. Next, it is also having one double bond O and one OH, and this is pH, double bond O, OH, and this is pH here. Okay. Now what is the oxidation state of this phosphorus here? This is plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, and this is plus 3 again. So the oxidation state is what? Plus 3 here. And what is hybridization? Again it is sp3 hybrid only, because it is forming 4 sigma bond. You can concentrate here. It is having 2 d5p5 bonds here. This also d5p5, and this also what? d5p5. So this acid has 2 d5p5 bonds. d5p5 bonds are 2 here. And how many POH bonds are there? 2 POH bonds are there. Next, 2 P double bond O bonds are there. Because of that, they contain what? 2 d5p5 bonds here. And oxidation state is what? Plus 3. So this is what the structure of pyrophosphorus acid. And what is its basicity? 2 POH bonds are there. So that its basicity is what? 2 here. And since it is having 2 pH bonds are there, so it is also having reducing property. So it also has 2 pH bonds. Okay. Next one I will write. This is H4P2O6. So this acid is hypophosphoric acid. It is not pyro. Not pyro means it is not having POP linkage. Okay. But 2 phosphorus atoms are there. They are connected to each other directly. I will write 5 valence electrons of each phosphorus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 2 phosphorus atoms are connected like this. So this atom has one oxygen double bond, one OH bond. This also has oxygen double bond and one OH bond. Still 2 hydrogens are there and 2 oxygens are there. You can write this also OH, and you can write this also as a OH. So what will be the structure of this one? Phosphorus, phosphorus, double bond oxygen. This also double bond oxygen. OH, this also OH. So this is OH. This also OH here. Okay. Next one. In this one, what is the oxidation state of the phosphorus? Oxidation state is what here? This is a plus 2, plus 3, and plus 4. Okay. So oxidation state is plus 4 here. This also plus 4, and it contains what? 2 p5d5 bonds. This also p5d5, and this also what? p5d5. It contains 4 POH bonds. So it is a tetrabasic acid. All right. It contains 2 p5d5 bonds. First thing you have to write. Next, 4 POH bonds. As the number of POH bond increases, what happens? Basicity of the acid increases. So it is not having any pH bonds. So it is not having any reducing property here. Okay. Next, 2 P double bond O bonds are there. 2 P double bond O bonds are nothing but what here? 2 P5D5 bonds here. So this is what the structure of H4P2O6, that is a hypophosphoric acid it is. Okay. Hybridization is again same. Hybridization also sp3 here. The next one is, that is a pyrophosphoric acid H4P2O7. Already we know that pyro means what it is? POP linkage must be there. 2 phosphorus atom, we will write the valence electrons of each phosphorus atom 5, and here also 5 valence electrons. Okay. 2 phosphorus atoms are connected by an oxygen. So by utilizing 1 electron of each phosphorus atom, we will write 1 oxygen. between the two phosphorus atom. Now each oxygen is now each phosphorus has a double bond oxygen, this also has a double bond oxygen, and this also one OH bond, and it also has what, one OH bond here, and still two oxygens are there and two hydrogens are there. You can write one OH on this phosphorus and another OH on this phosphorus. So the total 6 and 7 oxygens and 4 hydrogen, okay, 2 phosphorus atom. This is what the structure of pyrophosphoric acid, that is 2 phosphorus connected by an oxygen, double bond O, and this is one OH, and this is OH, and this is a double bond O, and this is OH, and this also OH. So what is the oxidation state of the phosphorus here? This will be +5, this also +5, and hybridization is what here? You can write hybridization is sp3, so it has 2 p5 d5 bonds, or else you can call it as d5 p5. Okay, so it is having 4 POH bond, it is a tetrabasic in nature, it has 2 p double bond O bonds, 4 POH bonds, so it is not having any pH bond, means it is not having any reducing property. 4 POH bonds are there, 1 POP linkage is there. You have to concentrate on all these things because questions will be framed on this only. How many POP bonds are there, how many POH bonds are there, how many pH bonds will be there, what is the oxidation state, what is hybridization, okay, what is the acidic nature, whether it is having reducing nature or not. All these things you have to concentrate on each acid here. Okay, this is what the structure and the number of bonds in case of pyrophosphoric acid it is. Next we will go for metaphosphoric acid, HPO3. This metaphosphoric acid, it has two structures. It exists in cyclic form as well as in the polymeric form here. So the first one I will write HPO3 3 times. This is the cyclic structure of metaphosphoric acid. It is called as cyclo trimetaphosphoric acid. Okay, and another is a polymeric form. It is having polymeric structure also, HPO3 n times. It is called as polymetaphosphoric acid. Polymetaphosphoric acid. Now I will write the structure of this cyclo trimetaphosphoric acid. It is having a 6-membered ring. A very simple logic is there to write the 6-membered structure of this HPO3 3 times. That is, you have to write, this is the phosphorus, oxygen, phosphorus, oxygen, again you write phosphorus, this is oxygen and phosphorus. Just you form a 6-membered ring with the help of what? Alternate oxygen and phosphorus. Now for each phosphorus you give oxygen double bond and one OH. Here also oxygen double bond and one OH. Here also oxygen double bond and another OH. This is the 6-membered ring, that is a cyclic form of the metaphosphoric acid it is. So this metaphosphoric acid is monobasic in nature. I will write HPO3. So in this one, phosphorus is the central atom, one oxygen double bond is there. Okay, it will form a single bond with oxygen, and it is like this. These lone pair of electrons are given towards another oxygen, so that it is monobasic in nature. It is what? Monobasic acid it is. Okay. Next thing, I will write the structure of polymetaphosphoric acid. I will write the structure of polymetaphosphoric acid, that is HPO3 n times. For this one, you have to write like this: P double bond O, this is OH, and remaining 2 phosphorus, they are connected by 1 oxygen. OH is written at the bottom. Now you write at the top OH, again double bond oxygen, again phosphorus is connected, again double bond oxygen top, OH is coming below. Like this you have to connect the number of phosphorus atoms like this. This is OH and again it is double bond O. So this is the polymeric structure of what? Polymetaphosphoric acid. Is having a linear polymeric structure it is. Next point, already we know that H3PO2 is very good reducing agent because it has two pH bonds. Based on this one, they have asked one question in the NCERT, that is, what happens when AgNO3 silver nitrate is heated with hypophosphorus acid, that is nothing but H3PO2. So it is being a reducing agent. What happens? This Ag plus 1, in this one silver is having plus 1 oxidation state. This AgNO3 on heating with this hypophosphorus acid, there is a formation of what? Metallic silver. Ag plus 1 is reduced to what? Ag. So that metallic silver is formed whenever AgNO3 is heated with H3PO2. I'll write like this. This is AgNO3. This on treating with water plus H3PO2. H3PO2 is a very good reducing agent, means it must undergo oxidation. Here the oxidation state of the phosphorus is what here? This is plus 1. Okay. So it get oxidized to H3PO4, where the oxidation state will be what? Plus 5. These two oxygens from two water molecule, two oxygens are taken by this one, so that it converts into what? H3PO4. These 4 hydrogen, they will react with what? NO3 minus. This is a Ag plus 1 and NO3 minus, so that HNO3 they will form. HNO3. So that 4 hydrogens are there. You have to take 4 times of AgNO3. You will get 4 times of metallic silver plus 4 times of HNO3. That's it. Metallic silver is formed where this is having oxidation state of 0. So what happens when AgNO3 is heated with H3PO2? This AgNO3 undergo reduction to form the metallic silver. Answer is AgNO3 undergo reduction to form metallic silver, Okay, this is one question. Next thing, another question is asked in the NCERT, that is, what happens when H3PO3 is heated? Whenever H3PO3 is heated, it undergo disproportion, so that the oxidation state of the phosphorus, it will split into one higher oxidation state and one lower oxidation state, so that it will undergo what? Simultaneous oxidation as well as reduction it is. So I'll write, this is H3PO3. This on heating, what is the oxidation state here? In case of H3PO3, it is oxidation state is plus 3 is there, so it will convert into what? One higher oxidation state. So this is a plus 5, and it will form a phosphine where the oxidation state of phosphorus is what? Minus 3. So that one higher oxidation state and one lower oxidation state. It will split into one higher and one lower oxidation state. So this is called as what? Disproportion reaction here. How many units changes here? This is a 2 units, and here to here is what? 6 units. So that this is a 2 plus 6 is what? 8 here. So that you can divide by 2, you will get 4 times, and this is 3 times. H3PO3 on heating, it undergoes disproportion. To form H3PO4 and PH3. Okay, this completes your group 15 of the P block element. The next session we are going to start group 16.